GM fam. We are live with your host, Phil X Contreras, where we talk about Solana NFTs, the love, the drama, and the vibes. All right, so we are going to talk about Bitcoin updates on we're going to talk about updates on Solana MBS. We're going to talk about a Bitcoin NFT. We're going to talk about what makes Clayno so professional with this one little gem, which I'm going to share. It's a tweet, and we're going to talk about some other upcoming mints called the Bastards, a monkey that sold for thousands of SOL, and possibly what could be a ABC game. So let's get on to it with some stuff going on right now. We're gonna go on with the slide. All right, so here we go. We got the Solana floor right now, where we look at this floor value right here with USD and SOL. And what I particularly like to look at is at the USD, basically because I could see where the volume is falling and where it's going right now. And just to show you an example, right here in November around to December to all the way to December 30, 2022, you can see the right now in USD value, it going all the way from 200 to 300. And the thing is that it skyrocketed all the way to 650 million. So that was in around January 2023. And then it particularly fell down all the way to 400 and around February 5, where it kind of like just stayed there, and it finally has gone up a little bit to, let's say, probably about 420 million. That's basically where it's looking at right now. That's been what I've been just watching on how this has been doing. I was a little bit concerned when it was starting to fall, but it looks like it kind of like had its steady moment, and it seems like there is more liquidity within the market around here, and it's been stable around 400 million. So that is pretty cool to see, and something that I like to watch every week and share as well. All right, so as far as the NFT ecosystem right now, you can also see it kind of just had its little it's not a downfall. It's more like it's kind of just holding around this level right here. You can see it had its peak at one point around the beginning of 2023, but it's just been kind of just stable. But you could definitely see just a little bit of a correction, I would say, at the end. So I am watching that one closely as well. And even at the sales as well, you could see right here, it kind of just, fell down a little bit. As far as unique owners, it's still, slowly just, gaining up for new users coming in as well. And NFT daily mints, I remember when we talked about this around probably May, August, not really much movement, but now you could kind of see there is more green towards this point right now. And it's just something else to look at. And I've been looking at upcoming mints that are coming in Solana, and you can kind of tell by the sentiment that there has been more mints coming into the ecosystem. Not like maybe a month or 2 months ago when we were barely even talking about any of them. So that is basically what has been happening right now in this ecosystem. All right, so what is going on with Solana Monkey Business? Mother monkeys, what my main NFT, my main baby, how I got into Solana, SMBs. Shout out to Solana Legend. He actually got me in. He probably doesn't even know that. It was by a YouTube video by this guy, this millionaire who talked about Solana. Solana Legend came in, talked about the monkeys. I saw Solana and I got in. Boom, there you go. All right, so here we go with the SMB fact number one, where they basically talked about what's been going on behind the scenes around this project and what's been going on with Monkey DAO. We finally got a little bit of clue on how this whole process has been going with Hate Swap, buying out the SMBs, and let's go through the details. Okay, so they basically answered the first question: how can the Monkey DAO have a stake in Hate's DAO governance? Hates govern the Hate Swap protocol as well as other assets managed by the DAO. So owning Hates means that you're actively participating in the DAO as well as holding assets that the DAO holds. Hate Swap is nothing else than a DeFi protocol under Hates. The utility of Hates goes beyond what is established by the DeFi protocol. SMB represents the first step of many ahead is on the beginning. Okay. We're open to provide a grant in Hades and in combination to do a treasury swap of Monkey DAO for another set of Hades to make sure they have access to the minimum 10K Hades without having to purchase it. Another Monkey DAO member who owns more than 10K heads can also initiate any other proposals. All right, so you basically got to buy Hades in order to make some changes. Now, moreover, by governance, anyone could propose a buyout of the S&P collection and or IP. Since SB is right now within Hades style assets, all you need to do is use governance to push votes and proposals. And that is probably going to be very difficult because of the Hades price, but there is a path to it. And now we have the second question: will the SB Discord be shut down? And they basically said no, it's not. It's going to be like the main bread and butter. So it's if when I got into the monkeys, the first thing I went to was the SMB Discord, and I honestly thought I was rugged because because there was nothing there. There was no comments, and then some guy just randomly in that DAO was like, "Hey, here's the invite link to Monkey DAO. This is where all the secret stuff is at." And I went and I joined, and it was just a whole nother. It was like the Chronicles of Narnia, man. It was just a complete different world. So now the SMB Discord is coming in as actual a legit Discord DAO. I guess I have to like dust that Discord DAO and see what's going on in there for the SMBs. We want the SMB brand to be a port of onboarding inclusion to anyone interested in what we're building. Interesting. We aim to ship things at fast pace. We want our Discord as well as other social medias to be source of updates, which I'm guessing they're talking about Monkey DAO. How did the buyer process take place? Well, they basically said it took them 6 days to basically buy these guys out compared to Monkey DAO. We don't know what the background behind these guys who sold the monkeys, what their intentions were between the Monkey DAO and Hate Swap, but all we know that it took 6 days, which is quite impressive. And we have another question here: the role of the Monkey DAO moving forward. Now, the Monkey DAO is an efficient, independent structure. This is like the main important question here for everybody right now. There's been like this civil war going on, the Clone Wars. It's been brutal this week. Many monkeys have died. All right, I'm just joking. But the Monkey DAO is an efficient and independent structure than the SMB team, and our wish is for the Monkey DAO to continue what they have been doing. With the only difference is that now, by working together, we hope that they can achieve more and feel more comfortable about the future, having access to financial support as well as the team's full support. We're aiming to make things easier for everyone involved, and should the Monkey DAO wish to release their official DAO, PFP SMB will be happy to officially support them. Okay. All right. So they're basically saying we're here for you. Now, here's the interesting part: intellectual property. All right. So this is where if they do things right, whoever owns a monkey could potentially receive some revenue from the IP. We want to make sure that each SMP IP is used, intellectual property is used. Let's say the Skeleton King is used on a t-shirt for merch. We want to give 90% of the revenue to the holder of that SMB and 10% to all SMB holders. What? After the profit cut has been taken for the operation of the merch, this means we'll be licensing SMBs to games, merge, and many other things, and holders will directly profit from it. The more rare your SMB is, the more beautiful it is, and the more likely it will trigger various licensing deals, and their holders will profit. All right, I have the most common SMB out there. It's not one bit rare. So, I mean, it's not going to mean probably much to me, but it's just pretty cool to watch something happening with the SMBs for once. I love Monkey DAO. I always loved Monkey DAO, but I just never thought something, something from the developers would happen. And now we have something that's, I think is better than the original developers. So I think it's cool that this is happening. But even if you don't own a rare, 10% split also benefits, yada, 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 yada. Okay, so IP looking pretty cool. Topic of PF NFT, the change has been set in motion prior to auction. Reverting could be done via a governance vote. To contextualize a bit further, the incentives for royalty, the way we envision it, all SMPs will be able to collect the rewards emitted through the IP use of the SMPs. Delegation of IP use, claiming rewards, hates. Cool. All right. So extra questions, royalties, they'll be used to buy back Hades and burn up. So you notice there's a lot of Hades token involved in this whole collection. And that's where you could say more drama is being involved between the monkeys. I'm not saying all monkeys. Let's just say maybe like some monkeys compared to other monkeys. There's a lot of monkeys that love this. There's a lot of monkeys that don't like this, and there's a lot of monkeys in the middle who just probably don't even know this happened. So, all right, what constitutes hates? Hates out. Hates you, the holder. Hates doesn't be a holders. Yes, through governance vote, that is possible. All right. The first comment: I didn't think this was possible for an S&B team to get any worse than the old team, but congrats, you did it. So you could tell there's one monkey, and Ricky's awesome. I really enjoy Ricky. I talked to him a long time ago. Cool dude, really, passionate about Monkey DAO. He helped build that thing up. But there's also a lot of monkeys that really like this idea. I am one of them that really, supports HG Soul and Hate Swap. And I could be biased because I had ABC. I've been, buying ABC, from the beginning and talking about Hate Swap. So, always listen to different opinions because everyone has their own views of this, and then that's one thing I have to remind myself as well. So, all right, so GM Kenshi, what's going on, man? Let me pop that comment out there. Good morning. All right, so we have something else as well. We have Primitive Monkey Money talking about Bandits BTC. What is going on here? All right, Primitive basically says the mint is happening. He is basically saying how he misses spreadsheets and OTC trading because Bitcoin and the Bitcoin NFTs are basically like in what was once Solana NFTs from and in the prehistoric days. And I actually remember doing this in other chains as well. You have Excels and all that. A lot of people are liking this project for whatever reason. I mean, the NFT does look cool. It's artistic and whatnot. You have Chartful Monkey, who was also very liking this project a lot. Right here, Chartful Bandit built this simple gallery for the bandits. This guy even changed his PFP, and you could tell there's a lot of networking involved with the project BizDev and partnership of Magic Eden. All right, so Magic Eden, they have Polygon NFTs, they have Solana NFTs, they have Ethereum NFTs. More than likely, I think Bitcoin's going to probably be in this whole world. I mean, Chart for Monkey basically says, you have the biggest chain in the world, and you have NFTs. I mean, like like what else can you just explain about that? So just want to throw out there that mint's coming out. That's going to be probably a crazy one. I'm definitely just looking at it. I'm probably not going to buy in it. I'm just going to look at it. Love to watch it, see how it runs, see history in a way. All right, so we have something else. We have a monkey that sold for 7,500 sold. How much is that actually? That is probably, I would guess probably $150,000 just if Solana was at $25. So 725 times 187,000. Now Solana did fall to $22, but I don't know if it could come back or down. But that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money for a monkey at this moment, at this time when we're not even in the bull market yet. So I think what's happening here is that this people are starting to realize what Hate Swap is doing, and just what we read off with the IP rights, which was really fascinating to hear. I think this whole projection of where this could go, people are more bullish into Solana Monkey Business and buying into it for the future projection of where this project could possibly go. I definitely enjoyed reading the IP part of that announcement. So we'll see what else is going to come out of this as well. All right, so we have pilots announcing graphic staking is coming. Hold into those where they actually show graphite, which looks quite nice. The gems, whatever, just like they're actually like look like rocks. The pilots are picking them up, taking them to wherever. That is that is pretty sick animation. I mean, whoever made this just put the lore to the next level here. I really like how the tile pilots are really like just throwing out these like hidden gems. You can actually see right there. That's definitely the graphite right there. And yeah, look at that. I just the lore is just the small things they put out there just makes things more fun. So I can't wait to see graphite coming out as well and see where they're gonna take graphite with the Tyler pilots, the Tyler robotics, the whole ecosystem. So poor Tom, again, once I said this before, he's not gonna admit it. I think Tyler robotics, he directed. It was the main bread and butter. It's what made Tyler robotics Tyler robotics. But I think, and it's just an assumption, Tile Pilots is his main baby. Like when a father and mother they have a child, they're not gonna say who their favorite child is. I mean, no one would ever say that to a child, but it's like one of those things, right? Like you kind of see pilots. Tom made Tile Pilots. He never made Tile Robotics. He made Tile Pilots. He's got something for it, like this feeling, like this is something else for him. But he always got to make the Tile Robotics the number one, obviously, because that's like the first of that's like the foundation. But Tile Pilot, there's something that he wants to do something special with this, and I am here for it. I am definitely here for it and see what he's got in for this one. All right, so you have ABCs coming out with something. I mean, well, actually, not really ABCs, but you have Octo Gaming that basically announced a collaboration with ABC Ventures, the community, launched of our game Oregon. Play Oregon Octo and immerse yourself in the universe of ABC. So they created this right here. It's pretty funny just to watch this. You have the character sets, you got the ABCs, the monster, the dragon, the alien, and they have it right here mobile. How long will you survive? You're playing around, you're trying to survive around all these other ABCs. I think it's hilarious. I think it's cool to see something being built around ABCs. Just give that more like unique feel to it, that brand around this. It's definitely awesome. I mean, I would like to play it. And more likely it's not going to be addicting, but it's just fun to watch something like that being built around ABCs. All right, so we also have Subber.xyz coming out with some more hidden gems. We made it easier to gate giveaways and pre-sales for other communities. Select the new entry requirement, hold another community pass to search for 3,600 plus NFT communities and gate it for their holders. Nice to see Hyperspace already taking advantage of this. And I was hoping I could actually show this here, but it looks like I can't. I really cannot. It will not let me. But let's see if, oh, here we go. And as you can see right here, I mean, this looks awesome. Entry requirement, join Hyperspace, BABC hold, like this tweet, connect the wallet. Boom. Done. That's how easy that's why I like Subber, because they're not trying to find they're not trying to find issues. They're already like, there is an issue there. Let's find a solution for that issue. And the issue was giveaways, and they made it so easy and simple. So they understand the free market. You find the issue, you create a solution around it. It's that simple, but it's actually that hard. I don't mean like a simple. I'm saying like the idea is simple, but to make it a solution is the hardest thing ever. But they seem to get it. That's why I'm getting that. All right, so and Subber overall just an amazing project. I've watched them grow and grow for such a long time. They finally created their NFT project, and you can see the value increasing with it as well as they keep building. And we'll see where else they'll take Subber to next. All right, so let's talk about Claynos. Claynos, man. This is like so I don't know if you ever read Atomic Habits, but it's like one of my favorite books about how to create a habit that takes you to the next level with like the smallest changes. And just to give you an example, like a plane when it's flying from like New York to Tokyo, or New York to Great Britain, if you change the angle to 1%, it'll take you to Tokyo. So, like, these 1% changes, like this is what the book's all about. Like all these small little 1% changes leads you to 100% to the next level. It's not necessarily trying to make a dramatic change. So basically, the moral of the story is with that, is with this. So right here, you have Cavination basically saying on model sheets, our characters have rules. This is what makes it all cohesive. And when we break the rules, that has impact by contrast, right? Okay, now, you might think, okay, that's not much, but it is a lot because there's a lot involved in this. He shows all the actual different, and looks like it's about to cut off right now. Okay, so right here he basically shows all the different designs and all the emotions. But here's where it really gets interesting. Would it be possible maybe to share one or two of the rules? I'm legitimately curious about the thought process here. And here he basically shows, and this is what really just got me. Next, let's be careful not to pose too flexible necks. We can have curved ones towards the base, and he could say basically saying the check mark, like this is how it's supposed to be done. But let's keep more straight lines towards the skull. And then here's how you actually do not do it, where he says curvy lines that portray too flexible necks. Don't do this. Let's think of this as a horse neck, strong but stiff, not like a duck where it's like curvy, yada yada. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know there was so much involved with like something small like that. But it just shows you like the precision of these drawings and the actual small little rules that changes everything of an actual brand. And that is what really struck me. It's like these small little things, long but strong neck like a giraffe. Careful, it's not a snake. So he's basically presenting what the rules are of what not to do and to do. You got the complexity here as well, not to make it too complex, connecting with heel. And you have here two complex shapes for our style, how not to do it. And the same thing right here as well. The shape here, simple and graphic. Here, overcomplicated legs. I mean, that right there says a lot because this is just one part of this whole production product phase, animation phase. 1%, right? What else is there out there that they're doing that's like these 1% things, these details that leads to the actual product, a great product? That is what really makes me enjoy looking at this project and observing how they're building this thing out. That is why this separates these people, into actual real professionalists. So something that I really enjoyed. I don't know if you enjoyed that, but like these small things, I just had to share on how this actually works. All right, so we also have another project that's coming out. We talked about this in Value Vibes podcast, where we basically discussed the animation around the bastards, and they finally came out with a new video, and it's pretty funny. Here's the other thing about this project: they're actually going to mint out in graphite, which we talked about earlier. It's going to be probably one of the ways to mint about graphite's already making their move with this project. That's crazy because Soulport Tom only picks project that he knows he thinks are gonna actually be successful and on Solana X. Not necessarily as far as like pricing, like oh they're gonna reach 10x or 100x. What I would think he would mean is like they're actually here to build and actually deliver a good product. That's where I'm going at with this. So if you don't know Soulport Town, they used to have like this launch pad back in the day, and they were very hard on vetting projects. So them giving out graphite to these guys, I mean, I think is actually something that's quite signifying that saying like, okay, they did their research, or they're not just gonna give graphite to any like first projects and watch it rug because like graphite is, they want to make it prestige. So seeing that with this, I mean, just to me, it's like a signal. It's like, okay, probably a legit project. All right, so the Bastards sensual animation, scuff storytelling, deranged universal building. Look at the mutual following here. They have a mutual following of 108. I mean, that's like for me, it's like just like mind blowing because every mint project that we talked about in the past, the mutual follow. Even yesterday, we talked about some project. It was like 10 mutual following. It was like 7 mutual following, and I think most was like 13 mutual following. Look at this one. This one has 108. I mean, if that doesn't tell you that something strange is happening here, whether I would say it's really good, then I don't know what it is. It cannot be botted. I mean, these people are people that I talked to, I networked with, and they're legit people. You got Jakey, you got Cody, you got Tien Superman, you got Tardo, you got General Soul, Cab, Scum, guys, man, just ongoing people on Solana. You got Frank, dude. You got so many people here. Ricky, Big Brain, Buckets, Easy, just name basically like the whole ecosystem is following this project. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be a big 10x, 100x mint. I'm just saying that they're delivering something of value somewhere, probably, most likely, just by that data point. Now, they came out with something else right here. I want to show you the previous one, but I'm sure if you already watched it last week's episode, you probably already watched this. I would suggest you watch it because it's hilarious. Just, to give you a summary, they basically I don't know how I say this in YouTube, but okay, they murdered every Solana NFT. So well, this one is a new one. So this is what they came out, and I wish you can hear it because they got the cowboy sound around this. This reminds me of that one anime show that like that superhero just kills everybody around him. It just reminds me of that. I like you got DJ and Ape right there. That's kind of hilarious. I really like the whole like the way they like just like they do this kind of like anime type of thing here. Oh, you got the Lily, you got Clayno, Blocksmith Labs. Dude, it's hilarious. And then just look at this. He just grabs them. Oh man, and he just takes them. I I really want to mint this. I don't even think I'm a part of this, but if it's on a secondary, I'm gonna put it on my own personal watch just to see where this goes. It's pretty cool, man. And overall, I really can't wait to see what's gonna come out next from this. I should probably even join the Discord. I don't think I did, but overall, just a cool project, cool art. The art's amazing. I also enjoy that. So that is basically like everything that just went through with what's going on in Solana this week. A lot of monkey DAO drama. Yes, it's probably tiring right now talking about it, but it's still going on, so gotta keep talking about it. So just in general, let's see. Let's just see what's going on in the actual market. So in the market right now, we have some things. Let's see. Okay, boom, there we go. We have these reds and the greens. The greens are usually the ones that I don't like to get in. They're already pumped. The reds are the ones that I typically like to observe and maybe get in if they're really cheap, in my opinion. And we have some experiments has gone down over to 220. They're still kind of in this. It seems like they finally are holding off somewhere here. We also have let's see, brains and zombie. This one's kind of not the brains one, but the zombie ones is kind of like I'm curious to see how they're gonna actually do the next phase because they said they're gonna come out with season 2. They're like at 0.39. And during the whole season, I mean, they kind of held at this point. So I'm wondering when the season 2 comes out, will it actually pump because of it? I don't know. I'm just thinking of like what's gonna happen there. Luna, this was like the only NFT I've actually did buy last week at 3.50, 3 point, somewhere there. It was somewhere around there, and it's still kind of holding for a while. I might buy just one more, and just because I mean I actually do enjoy the project. I enjoy Open Now, so it's just one of those communities I just like being with. The ecosystem of ABC, Lunar, Open DAO, it's just I'm a part of it. So if I have a chance to buy one, I'll buy one. I mean, if it goes up, it goes up. But the guy, crypto, Dino ABC, he's a pretty cool guy. And I think I don't know what he's doing, man, but he has he's for some reason he's still giving hints. Now it could be dangerous because they talked about the airdrop and that airdrop never came in. The Blanc airdrop never came in, all that stuff. Now he says step one here, Solana. So what's step two? I'm curious what step two is. Here he says bear rally is the biggest opportunity for bills investors, if you understand. I mean, I'm trying to find the puzzle pieces here. Is step two Lunar? On- but it's just one of those ones that I've just been just really curious on. And we have ABC's finally holding its pace at 99. They had this huge dip. There's a lot of lending that kind of just fell apart. We also have what else? Um Metaplex white paper at 99, which is kind of crazy. It's at its lowest. We also have Saga Pass at its lowest right now. I do want to get in this and maybe play around with this, but I'm still worried about that mint dilution if it would happen. Rove Medallion. This one's actually kind of interesting because you have Tommy Hilfiger, who is potentially gonna get involved at some point with his own project with Tommy Hilfiger, and I just don't know when that's going to happen. But this one is definitely one just still observing, and that is basically like just majority of what's happening in this space. There's and one other one is Degens. I'm actually getting quite curious about this one too because the person around this is Urcon, who has just been he hasn't quit. He's been going a lot further than what a lot believed he would not reach, and he did. He went all the way to 56 Solana. It's finally come down. Degen tokens coming out. We'll see how that plays out with that team. Cyber Samurai is another one, man. I met some cool people there. I hope it goes lower. I would love to be part of this community because of the people in there who I just networked and just like. But that is basically everything that have. Claynosaurz, man. I don't know if you heard, but some guy sweep Claynos. He sweep like I think it was like 42 of them 2 days ago. This thing pumped. It completely pumped. This guy's bullish on them. I am hoping it goes back down because I really want to buy that second one. If it ever does come down, I think it will. I hope it does. If it doesn't, oh well. But Claynosaurus is just one of those ones that just like, you could just tell like they're definitely building. So cool stuff overall and what's going on around here. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope that trailer was lit. Yeah, it was, man. That trailer was really cool. What's going on, Pickle Dice? Now, overall, I definitely enjoyed talking to you about Solana NFTs. If there's anything you want me to talk about as well, let me know. Comment below. Make sure you mint that like button so I can keep this show going on. I tend to try to go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was completely sick Wednesday. I don't know if you saw me Monday. I was sick. Tuesday, I was sick, and I just couldn't hold it. And I just literally just died in the bed on Wednesday. But I am finally back and going. So make sure you also I think that's everything. But overall, have a good weekend. Have an enjoyable weekend. Touch grass. Touch grass, my friend. Just go see your kids, your wife. I mean, just go have some fun. So that's what's life about. Anyways, um, much love, guys. Peace.